What's up, you guys? I'm Drew Hernandez, and welcome to the Candid Conversation. You guys, welcome. How you guys doing? What's your names? Introduce yourself.
Doing good, man. My name is Leo. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, I'm Duffy. Super fired up to be on this podcast right here. Thank you, Drew, for having us, bro.
Yeah, no problem. I'm super excited to have both of you guys. I'm glad that we can make this work and we have some opportunity to be able to talk some things. Speaking of which, all right, we let the people know who you guys are. Like, what's your story? What's your background? Like, in comparison to where we'll get to where you are now.
Okay, cool. So, my name is Duff. I'm actually from West Michigan, Holland area. I am a skier, snowboarder, world traveler, entrepreneur. Always been about, making money in exotic ways, working more jobs, working, let's say, a variety of different jobs just so I don't have to go to one job. That's kind of always been one of my big things. Always, have loved people, giving back to the community, everything like that. I'm just out here living life, man, having a good time and running things up with my man's Leo here.
Yeah, my name's Leo, guys. I kind of have a similar background to Duffy. I'm a traveler, I'm an artist, musician, and, I needed the same route myself. I was looking for something that would give me the availability to do the things I please as I please and make money on the go. A little backstory on me, I lived out in Salt Lake City over the last year or so with my good friend T. We moved out there kind of wanting to separate ourselves from where we grew up our entire lives. And we kind of wanted to just get the feeling for being out and about in a new environment. So out in Park City, we lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. However, we worked in Park City. And for those of you guys that don't know what Park City, Utah is, it is one of the most bougiest ski resort towns in the country. Literally, you got the guys in the fur coats, gold chains, driving the Range Rovers and the Audis and the Porsches. And then you got me over there with no car, working 60, 70 hours a week just to stay afloat, just so I could get out on the mountain and ski. And it dawned on me. I was like, I need to figure out a way where I can do exactly what these guys are doing, having the time to do as they please, when they please, and still have a ton of money to do it. So I ended up moving back home, and I got in contact with Duffy here. And 6-7 months later, I'm still here. I'm still loving it. And the impact we're having on tons of people around the world has changed my life without a doubt. So,
Duff, Leo, where's the most exotic place or most memorable place you've traveled to? And Leo, for you, your question, how was it going from Grand Rapids, that lifestyle here, and completely changing it? And how did that make you think, I need to do what you just said, you need to make that money?
Yeah, you can go first, bro.
Yeah, so that's a good question. I know you all know the big COVID hit in around, I think it was April or March of last year. And we all thought, okay, we have a couple weeks, we're going to get to, have some time off from work. We're going to get to chill, stuff like that. And then 2, 3, 4 weeks went by, and it was kind of like, okay, what's about to happen? How are we going to get money? I need money to pay my rent. What's going to happen? And eventually we got the stimulus checks coming in and everything like that. And for a while, I was just collecting these stimulus checks, and I wasn't traveling. I wasn't doing anything. We were staying inside like we were told to. I know, maybe some people are against this. Maybe some people are like, hell yeah, go for it. But we started taking advantage of what we had at hand. We were surrounded by some of the most beautiful states like Colorado, Wyoming, California, and Oregon. And it was just we took the time to, get in a rental car and just travel the whole countryside. I think we went to about 15 to 20 states in the course of about 7 months, just hitting every national park we could find. In your question of what is the most beautiful place that I've been to, I would have to say the Oregon coastline. I think the Oregon coastline really resonated with me. I was expecting the California coastline to be the one where I was like, that's it. That's what I wanted my whole life, was the California coastline. But when I was on the Oregon coastline, I was like, the most peace I've ever been in my life. Like the most peace. You know, I was traveling with my friend Bryce and T, and it was just so calming and so relaxing, and just literally the most beautiful structure of land I've ever seen. On top of that, probably Zion National Park was another sweet one that I loved. And Utah, of course, is one of my favorite spots right now. Suggest it to any of you watching this to check it out. Get out to Utah. I know it's a hidden gem. I like to keep it that way, but I'll give it to you guys who are watching this call. But the shift in lifestyle, it was needed. You can feel boxed at times. You can feel like you don't know where you're going and you don't know how you're going to get there. And I feel like the only way you can really, truly find it is sometimes by not completely separating yourself from the people that you're typically around, but at least finding some space. Finding some space and really just finding the time to figure out who you are. Because you really do. You have the opportunity to be whoever you want. You have about 1 million personalities. What one are you going to choose on a daily basis?
Most definitely. You're trying to get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
100%. Being comfortable is what makes me uncomfortable.
Right.
That makes any sense.
And that's awesome that you got to travel and stuff like that, because like you said, taking a rental car and just kind of traveling the United States, like that's been something that, I mean, myself and I'm sure tons of people out there, like, yeah, that's something I want to do, like bucket list type shit. So that's dope, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah, I think like, you know, similar to Leo, he moved out to Utah, and I actually lived in Colorado for 2 years right after high school. You know, we're both on that, you know, similar wavelength of, you know, getting out of the hometown type vibes and going out and exploring and finding new areas. Because I love the fact that, you know, every piece of the world, you know, has a different vibration. You know, you go down to Miami and it's going to feel different than LA. You go out to Colorado and it feels different than Utah. And it's almost like you have to be brought to the awareness of these different places to find what place truly resonates with your soul. You know, and I love the fact that Leo, you know, really loves that West Coast, the Northwest, you know, West Coast, because that's one of the spots that I love too. You know, that kind of like, you know, almost like a moist texture in the air on the coastline, the big cliffs, you know, definitely is super powerful. And I found a lot of peace there as well, man. Like, I was lucky enough when I, you know, growing up to be brought up in a traveling family. You know, spent a lot of time actually down in the Caribbean when I was younger. So I'm definitely an island man. You know, always have loved the palm trees, the coconuts, everything like that. You know, but to go off the question, the most exotic place, probably Finland. I had never been over to Europe, anything like that. I actually hosted an exchange student my senior year of high school. And I was blessed, you know, and lucky enough to be able to go over to Finland, and to meet with him and to see his home, you know, his country and where he's from. So that was definitely powerful. I just love traveling in general, though, honestly.
Finland, that's dope. And actually, I feel like no people really kind of go out to just go to Finland, you know? So that's a cool experience in general, just to be able to be out of the norm. But you guys being able to do this traveling stuff, how do you get to pay for this off? How are you paying for this off? So basically what I'm asking is, what do you guys do?
Most definitely. So just to kind of piggyback off of what Leo was saying earlier, you know, I lived out in Colorado for 2 years. I went to school there, and then I finished up my education at Michigan State University with my bachelor's in fine arts and graphic design. So I've been a designer, photographer, videographer for a long time now. But when I graduated, quite frankly, I didn't see that as being the lane that was going to lead me to true time and financial freedom. You know, I've always had a dream of being able to make money from anywhere on the go. And you know, quite frankly, as much as I want to make. I don't want to be limited to the amount of hours that I have to be putting in every single day to that determine how much I'm going to make. And subconsciously I had that in me. I didn't know how I was going to find this. I didn't know what was going to transpire. But when I graduated, I actually came across the dude on Instagram. I was just, quite frankly, building my brand, connecting with people online. And I actually came across the dude who had 4.5 years worth of day trading content on his Instagram, trading in the foreign exchange market. I knew nothing about day trading. I knew nothing about the foreign exchange. And I saw this dude, quite frankly, what looked like him making money on his phone. It looked like stock charts and really, really precise entries on his phone, these screenshots. I was interested. I was like, shoot, like when I was really young, I saw the iPod Touch, I saw the stocks. I said, you can make money with the stocks. Like I just closed that thing out. I was like in 6th grade, but I knew that was something I was interested in. I hit this guy up, get him on the phone. He starts telling me about his journey, his story, how he's been trading for about 4.5 to 5 years, and how he's actually a part of the largest educational day trading, investing, and online business platform in the world. He started telling me about this right away. I knew we were on a very similar wavelength and everything like that, to where I got started. So this is, like I said, the largest educational trading platform in the world. I Am Mastery Academy is the name of the academy. It operates in over 40 different countries. Over 400,000 people are a part of the academy. And quite frankly, he told me about this. I heard enough. I said, I'm all in with it. I'm going to learn this skill set of making money on my phone, trading. And, for the past 1.5 years, I've been submerged in the academy and just loving it, man. Just learning how to multiply this money from anywhere in the world for millionaires, for real.
Can you repeat the academy name?
I Am Mastery Academy. I Am stands for I am, which is the most powerful affirmation in the world. When we want to be something, we need to affirm it into the universe so then we can walk in the shoes of that person that we want to be. Therefore, we do the things that they want to do and accomplish the things that we set out to do. So super, super powerful academy. We love it, man.
That's awesome. And Leo, how'd you get into the same kind of realm of where Duff is at?
It's really crazy, the story on that, actually. And when he talks about manifestation, when he talks about affirmations, this is something I always believed in, but I never truly gave much attention to. It would just happen. And you'd be like, oh, shit, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy that, I thought about that a year ago, and now I'm here, And while I was out in Utah, my boy T, he was following Duffy on Instagram, actually. I had never met Duffy in my life. But I always heard T listening to his Instagram stories in the living room because my room was right next to the living room, so I could hear it through my doors. And I was like, man, this dude sounds lit. Like he's just talking to his Instagram, just like, what's up, guys? How we doing? I hope y'all are having a blessed and abundant day. I'm just like, man, this dude's on one, but I love it. And so I didn't end up, bringing anything up. And then T ended up telling me, he's like, yeah, dude, this dude does trading. Like he's posting charts. He's trading online. It looks like he's pretty good at it. And I'm like, man, trading, I tried to do that in high school. Like a guy by the name of Timothy Sykes does like penny stocks. Tried to learn that on YouTube. There's a couple other guys I tried to learn from for e-commerce. And I knew that there was a realm. I told my mom in high school, I'm like, Mom, I don't want to go to college. I'm like, I know I could do college, but I'm like, it's just not for me. And, not talking badly about college or anything. It just wasn't for me. And so while I was out there, there was a point in time where it hit me and I was like, I need to move home for some reason. I'm like, I want to be able to do exactly what we were doing with the COVID checks, being able to just travel the countryside for practically free, just getting to do whatever we want. I'm like, I need to figure out how I can do exactly this. And I had a Volkswagen van, just got in a car crash with her, RIP, that's my baby. But literally it was like I always wanted to find a way to live the van life. You know, I was looking up, you know, website design, everything like that, to where I could make money on the go. And so I was like, on my way home, we're driving through, I think, Nebraska. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm moving home to find a way to be able to travel, make money on the go. I'm like, who do I know? And I was like, ding, ding, ding. T's been showing me Duffy on Instagram for the last 3-4 months. I'm like, I'm going to hit this dude up. So I hit him up. We get on the phone. He's like, yeah, bro, let's hop on a phone call. From the instant first, like 10 sentences, I was like, this is my guy. Like, this is the guy I need to be with right now. I could just feel the energy. And that's where I was like, I'm going to meet up with him. I'm going to see what this is about. I got home, met up with him. You know, I pulled up in my van, picked him up. And, you know, from the very first night that we met, it was like, yeah, I could see myself working with this dude. And now we went from literally having an organization of me, him, and one other guy to now we have an organization of about 60 plus. And the testimonials are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And, you know, we can get into that as well. But that's my story on it. It's like manifestation right there. If you want it, put it out in the universe, talk about it, say it, and it'll come to you. Like, I truly believe that.
The only thing I could think of was like that scene from Wolf of Wall Street when like that dude's like, show me your pay stub. I'll quit my job right now. And that's just what like immediately popped in my head. I was like, all right, we got some modern day Jordan Belforts over here. But
Yeah, man. We all about the love though. But I appreciate that.
And then the other thing I was thinking about was like how you both kind of talked about like manifestation. Like for me, everyone has that in a different way. Some people have to like Duff said earlier, positive affirmations, telling them the things they need to be told to be able to get to the place where they want to be. Some people, it's a visual thing. So for me, like mine's a visual. I always see, and like, I think it's just like my mental clock, and because like, I want to see that. I see 10-17 on the like night and day, at least once a day. And I saw it so much for like a couple months, and I'm like, there's got to be a meaning behind this. Why am I seeing this number so much? And it wouldn't be even just on the clock. It'd be like just a bunch of numbers together, but like those four right next to each other. And I like looked it up, and it's an angel number, but it said angel number, and the definition of those numbers next to each other is you're exactly where you're meant to be in your life. Keep going on that route. And like that to me was so powerful, because like I could be in a spot where like I'm not having a good day, I'm pissed off, I'm surrounded by people that are like maybe pissing me off or whatever, but like when I see that, and it just happens, I see that when I'm around all those people, even though I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, that's telling me these are the people that should be in my life. This is the situation God put me in, or my path is taking me. And like if I keep like living in that, instead of like being like, all right, I got to take off. Like, I got to get out of here. Like, maybe I don't want to redirect my path to where I'm not supposed to be, you know? So like, that was kind of like how I took that. Cause like for me, that I'm big on 10-17. I put it on my Snapchat story all the time whenever I see it or whatever. But that's crazy, guys.
That's
Everything's
funny.
in perfect alignment. Go ahead, Leo.
That right there, alignment. Like that's the word I was thinking in my head the entire time you were, you know, explaining that, was alignment. Ask Duffy how many times I'd be showing this dude 111 or 222, like just over and over. I just show my phone to him. I'm like, check it out. He's just like, yeah. But I'm just like, in my head, it keeps me in alignment, because it's easy to fall out of rhythm. It's easy to fall and, you know, get stuck in your headspace and not really have like a sense of awareness. Something beautiful I just read was, you know, the only limitations we as humans have is lack of awareness and poverty of imagination. Lack of awareness and poverty of imagination, because those are the two most powerful things that you can have as a human, and that we have in comparison to a lot of other creatures, is awareness and imagination, the ability to create with our mind. And so right there, that's like what keeps you in, you know, your awareness right there is that alignment through numerology.
It always shows us that the universe is right here. Like right what he was saying was alignment. What I said was everything's in alignment. Everything's right on time. You know, these synchronicities are not coincidences. It's the universe showing that it's with us all the time. You know, like you see in 1017 all the time, just shows you, hey, everything's right on time, Drew. Everything's cool. You're right where you need to be. And that's why I love that. It's always giving us signs, for real.
Most definitely. So you guys kind of talked about mostly Leo, you kind of said like after COVID and everything happened, you just needed some way to make money. And I think what I noticed during right when everything was kind of shut down, it felt like everyone started kind of peeping in the stock market. Everyone was like looking into that. I feel like it blew up, like especially with the people more our age, because we never really knew shit about it. Everyone's not working, but you could still make money from it. So everyone kind of dabbled with it. I feel like maybe more people than not, but basically I want you to be able to explain what you guys do on a day-to-day basis, being able to day trade and be able to trade stocks.
100%. So we have educators. We have over 100 plus educators on our platform that are 6, 7, 8-figure earners that teach us how to trade within the stock market, also within the crypto exchange, which is, you know, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, all your altcoins. But one of our main realms, one of our, you know, the largest market in the world that we play in, that only 1% of the world is actually currently playing it. Only 1%. It's the largest market in the world. It's called the foreign exchange. Now, you guys may know the stock market. The stock market moves, Pat, correct me if I'm wrong, $30 billion a day?
30 billion.
It moves $30 billion a day. And I, you know, a lot of you are probably like, damn, $30 billion? That's insane. Well, the foreign exchange market moves $6.6 trillion a day. And only 1% of the world is invested in it. And the majority of that 1% is exactly who you would assume is the 1%. And that's the wealthiest 1%, the elites, the banks, you know, the largest corporations in the world are moving this market on a daily basis because they have the large sum of money to be able to do so. So what does that do? That kind of messes up the typical day trader, you know, the typical person investing into this market that doesn't quite have the knowledge to do so. They don't have the correct analysis, you know, they don't have the way to actually maneuver themselves through the market and be able to become successful. So what we have is we have educators that teach us how to play like the banks, how to be able to trade with the banks rather than to trade like the masses. You know, we like to consider ourselves legal bank robbers. And that's essentially what we do is we teach people how to, you know, trade within the foreign exchange, the crypto, and also we have educators within the stock market. And so what we do is we teach people how to, instead of spending their time for money, we teach people how to spend their money to make more money. You know, the great Warren Buffett said, if you are not making money in your sleep, you're going to work for it for the rest of your life. And that hit me. You know, how many streams of income are you making? The average millionaire makes 7 streams of income. I think Warren Buffett makes over 200 streams of income, over 5. What were you saying, Pat?
No, I was just, and IM has 5.
Yeah, and we offer 5 different streams of income. You know, we also teach e-commerce, which is your business, your platform building, your affiliate marketing. If you've ever wanted to create an online business and you didn't know quite how to set up a website, how to quite promote it, how to quite reach an audience, we have educators who teach you how to be successful with that as well. You know, this is going to become, like, no cap. This is going to become a university. It already is. This is an Ivy League skill set. You know, trading, it used to be just you could only trade if you were a certified broker on Wall Street. But now what Christopher Terry, our CEO, did, a longtime day trader, he's been trading since the 80s. What he did was he wanted to make it to where the average person was accessible to exactly what a broker on Wall Street was doing. You know, he wanted to bring Wall Street to the people's street. That's exactly what he did.
Right.
Boom. Boom. And real quick, just to touch on, Drew, what you were saying is, you know, when COVID happened, right, you know, I watched my parents, their 401k they were turning their eyes away from their 401k. You know, the Dow Jones was falling to the floor, and a lot of the investments, you know, that our parents had made over all this time, they were seeing substantial declines in those investments. And that was one of the moments, those were some of the key pieces to my journey where I said, you know what, I don't care how long it takes me to become, you know, to the utmost self-sufficient in investing my money and making my money work for me. I'm gonna do it, because I never want to be in a position to where I don't feel like I'm in control of the money that, you know, I've made throughout my life. And it's so true that, you know, people, right when, you know, COVID, you know, began to come about, people definitely did, you know, start to get into stocks and into like trading and everything like that. And one of the cool and unfortunate things is, cool thing is people got into it.
Right.
The unfortunate thing is people weren't brought to the correct awareness on how to truly get involved in the proper way and how to, you know, begin moving towards self-sufficiency in the most sufficient way. And, you know, we always say, like, you know, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to surround yourself with millionaires. If you want to become, you know, a top-notch trader, surround yourself with traders. If you want to be the best graphic designer, study the best graphic designers. You know, and a lot of people, they move to YouTube and free resources to get their information on how to invest, when really this academy right here, you know, for a pretty affordable price, is able to put you in the seat sitting next to multimillionaires. And these multimillionaires are able to teach you exactly what they do in these markets to make the money that they make, so you can go and you can duplicate that and make money in that way too. So this is it, man. Fired up.
The people who are still skeptical watching this, maybe you can give a little bit of insight to how a day is. What is the most amount of money you've made in one day doing day trading?
Leo, you want me to hit that?
Yeah, you can hit that, bro.
Most definitely. So a day-to-day thing for us, man, is it kind of all depends on what you're all about. Like, some people, they work a job, they don't have time to sit on charts all day long. You know, they don't have, you know, the capacity to even do that. A lot of people, they want to be able to get onto a chart, make their money, get off the chart, and go do what they want to do. And that's me. I don't want to sit at the computer all day. I got involved in this business. I got, you know, involved in learning how to trade to move away from having to do one thing in order to go and, you know, chase my dreams, or to go and, you know, act on what it is that I really want to act on. And to answer the question about, you know, how much money that I've made personally, right? That it's kind of, we like to look at it in percentages, right? Like, what's the greatest percentage that you would make in the market, or that I made in the market? Because the amount of money that I have to play in the market is going to be different than the amount of money that you have to play in the market. But
Right.
if we're able to look at percentages and to say, in the same exact way that we're going to make 30% on $1,000 is the same way that we're going to make 30% on $100,000 or on $1 million, we're able to accurately and, you know, confidently say that if you can make 30% on $100, you can make it on 1,000 or 100,000 or $1 million. You know, so I always like to say, like, the amount of money that I have is irrelevant, but the amount of percentage that I've come up in a day, you know, is close to 40 times my risk. You know, like, I've made trades that, you know, you put down 1% of your account and I came up 40% of my account in one day. You know, but, you know, it's definitely, it's up to the trader too. You know, like, people are all very unique in their capacity to how much they're willing to risk, how they view money, you know, how able are you to move into and out of a market with money on the line, you know, and that all comes down to the person. Leo, you want to piggyback off that, bro?
Yeah, and I also want to touch up because that is a common question that we get. However, the way you like, because essentially in any, any business that promotes through marketing, everything like that, you're not allowed to essentially promote business through gains. Like I can't flash
Right.
gold watch on here. I can't tell you how much I made. Otherwise, that could put our company at risk. And that's just me being honest with you. I actually put up a post on a guy who, had a very, very good turnover in his first week. Like very, very good. But I had to take it down just because, we're not allowed to be doing that to promote our business, because what that does is it implies that if, say someone goes out and makes $1 million and they say, look at this, I have $1 million from this business. Now what that does is it tells people that they can make $1 million in this business, which not saying they can't, but however, that can put our company at risk with, certain government laws and everything like that.
Right.
So, but
sorry, you guys just don't want to be technically liable if someone goes in and they don't do the right things and they end up losing the money. Because if you show, for example, that you're making, like you said, $1 million, that person, the average person who's seeing that is like, damn, let me hop on that. And then they put in all of their life savings, and that one stock they put it all in for that time being didn't hit. You don't want to be technically liable. So I can understand that.
100%. And it's like putting the company at risk. It would be affecting the entire community. And, I like to preach community in this as well, because the average person, why does trading not work? Why does anything not work? If you're playing baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing baseball, if you don't have the teammates around you to keep you motivated and keep you going, what happens to the structure of the baseball team?
You guys fall apart.
You fall apart. And that's the problem with trading nowadays, is too many people I tried it. Pat tried it probably. We tried to learn how to trade on our own from some random stranger on YouTube that we were never going to meet in our life and did not even know if they were giving us accurate information. So the number one thing that this organization provides is a community that, one, is having incredible success. Incredible success. The timeline of certain people's success varies. But I know that people who stuck through it and kept going, they will tell me that this completely changed their life. And, they're willing to have my back. People I've never even met in person before, are on phone calls with me throughout the day, just showing love, just keeping me going. And that's what I love, because this is like I said, it's an Ivy League skill set. So to go and learn it, to have people who are motivated, some of the most motivated, caring individuals I've ever been surrounded by, that truly has helped my trading game and kept me going through tough times that you can have, But at
one
the
quick
same time,
add-on too. Sorry,
what's up?
can I add something on real quick?
Yeah, bro.
Hit it. Definitely, I love that Leo brought that up, because we never post profits on Instagram. We'll post trades and wins and everything like that, but we're not going to post how much. Now, when people ask that question, right, one of my answers is, look, I'm a student. I've been in this business for 1.5 years, okay? I don't consider myself the expert. I'm not the educator. I'm not the one that's in the front of the classroom teaching you how to trade. But what I can tell you is that the person up in the front of the room that's trading, that's teaching you, is making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of minutes. Literally. So it's like, for somebody to ask me what I'm making dictate whether they're going to join the academy based on a student's success versus the educator's success, it's almost like a backwards mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we always let people know, hey, this is what the educators do. This is what they've proven to do. They're multimillionaires. It's all on live streams. It's proven. The proof is in the pudding. Like, that's who we're learning from here.
You guys obviously are able to provide the awareness of what to learn when you're doing this through your guys' company, correct?
Correct.
So, I remember, Duff, you kind of nonchalantly said a small fee of being able to get this experience and information to be able to learn how to do what you guys do. So
Absolutely.
it's kind of a chain of command. You guys have gotten, obviously, Duff, you've gotten introduced to it first, and then you're getting Leo, and then obviously Leo's branching out to his social media platform, his people that are following him, kind of probably getting some people involved in it as well as yourself in the past too. So my question to you is, like, do people come up to you that are super skeptical and just ask you straight up and be like, bro, is this like a pyramid scheme or like what?
I love the question.
Because obviously, like, stocks are stocks. Like, you can't, like, really scheme that bullshit. But, like, obviously, like, how you just kind of said that just made me want to ask that.
I love it. I love that question. It's one of my favorite questions in the world, for real. Leo knows this is a question that I love when somebody brings it up. So, yeah, a tuition like this is not going to be free, right? So stuff of value, you got to give something in order to get value back. Like, so there's a one-time fee to come into IM. Now, the fee is $200. $200, and you get to come into IM for your very first month. You get to see everything that we're talking about. You get to see, and sit in on the education, the live trading sessions, products that we have, community that we have. You get to get plugged into everything that we're talking about. Now, it's not a one-time sign-up deal to where it's $200 and then you're in for life. No, just like another type of education, you would pay, Michigan State paid in semesters. This one you pay in a monthly fee, right? So it's $175 a month to stay enrolled into IM. Now, some people, when they hear that, they run for the door. They're like, $175, bro, I got bills. Like, that's crazy. Well, if you were to do 175 times 12, that's under $2,200. And I know I paid over 30,000 at Michigan State to go to school there. So really, it's an affordable education. Now, what's cool about IM, right, is you come into this thing, you see what we're talking about, you make money with us, we can get you all money in your first week, to where now you're believing in this thing. You're like, oh, okay, this is cool. I like this. Okay, this is what you guys say it is, 100%, right? Now, you have an opportunity to get a scholarship from IM for a free tuition, okay? Now, if you come into this thing, you like it, you back it, you say, I'm willing to put my name on this right here, you can go out and show two people the platform, just like, platforms like PayPal, Uber, Cash App, Lyft, all these different platforms that incentivize word-of-mouth marketing, right? This right here is going to do the same. You show two people, and now you're in the academy for free, as long as those two people stay enrolled into the academy. Okay? So now you're not just signing somebody at one time and getting free tuition the rest of your life. It's you help, somebody gets started one time, you help make sure that they get what they need to get. And if you do that properly and they get the value and they decide to stay enrolled in months to come, you're going to continue to get that benefit, right? Now, real fast, right, you can take it one step further to go off the pyramid scheme question, to where you show people a platform, you show somebody something, you recruit in pyramid scheme terms, right? Pyramid scheme terms, you recruit people to make money. This right here is you recruit people to help show them how to make money, and then you make more money because you showed them how to make money. The more money, the more people that you can help make money, the more money that you can make, right? So you show three people the platform, and now you're actually an independent business owner in IM, earning $150 every single month from the academy, right? As long as those three people are enrolled into the business. So it's not just a one-time sign-up deal, you let them dry. No, it's incentivized teamwork. I get somebody started, I want them to win. I want you to see success. Like when I show somebody this thing, like, look, I'm not going to get on a call and break all this down to you and get you started just to have you to drop out next month. Right. So, it's crazy because the 4 streams of income that Leo talked about earlier, they're all incentivized teamwork, or they're all unlimited earning potential streams, accompanied by incentivized teamwork. But with the 5th stream actually as well, right, it's an unlimited earning potential as well. You show 3 people the platform, boom, boom, and boom. And now, let's say Joe, John, and Scott, they get started with us here, right? They make money. They like it. They back it. They're willing to put their name on it. Joe, he shows 3 people. John, he shows 3 people. Scott, he shows 3 people. And now you no longer have 3 people sitting with you. You have 12 people sitting with you, putting you at the rank of earning $600 a month in residual income. $150 every single Friday is going to hit your bank account. Now, it's crazy because you don't need a lot of people to make you rich in this business. You just need the right ones. And one more point to follow up on with this, right, is 85% of the people that come into I Am Mastery Academy, they don't recruit anybody. They don't become independent business owners. They don't earn residual income. They don't tap into this lane of I Am. They just utilize the trading products. They just utilize the education. So you don't have to recruit anybody to make money. Me, I didn't recruit anybody for 11 months. At my 11th month, I said, you know what? If I needed this as bad as I did, I know other people need it too. Right, and if it takes money to make money in these markets, why not have more money to showing other people how to make money as well? So, Leo, you want to add anything onto that, Brody?
I mean, man, you said it well. It's like for a lot of people, and that's why IM has gotten, bad reps in some cases, is because some people come into this and treat it like a sign-up game. But it doesn't work that way. You don't get compensated if your business doesn't keep structure. If everybody leaves in the first month, you don't get paid. And it's like, to go from, how do I get people to sign up, everything like that, to now it's like, I have people in my organization coming to me and thanking me, telling me what this has done for them. It's not a sign-up game. It's almost a sorting game. Who needs this opportunity? It's not like, who can I get signed up? It's who needs this opportunity? Who can I open the door for? It's just opening the door. Just seeing who really needs something to give them the ability to do as they please, make a better, name for the future. A lot of people, like Pat was saying, put money into a Roth IRA, 401k, but they don't know what their money, like where their money's going essentially. So this is giving the ability for people to invest, know where their money's going, and, have a structured plan for their future and everything like that.
So basically what you guys are trying to do is you're trying to be able to support people in your lives that you'll be able to bring into the team, to your corporation, and you want to be able to give them the financial freedom that they deserve as human beings. So that being said, obviously let's speak of like some of your guys' testimonials, because I'm sure you guys have a bunch.
Yo, yes we do. Like, man, I didn't really understand at first, I started to build the business, the marketing business of it, because quite frankly of the money. Like I was like, I could use some more money. Cool. But then with the mindset of how bad I actually needed it, I knew other people needed it. And then I started to really see how bad other people needed it when they started to get enrolled, and then they saw results. And then they're hitting us up, like telling us that they love us. Like a month into the business, and they're like, I love you guys. Like, you guys showed me something, that changed my life. And me, it's like this. Like, even I'll use Leo's testimony. Leo, like, I put it out on my Instagram that this is what I do. Leo saw that this is what I do. Leo got started with me. Now he quit his job, dropped out of college, does this full time, and he helps other people do the exact same thing. To where now he is going and he's showing other people the plan. He's showing people what we do. And now when we see success in his business, I get that feeling of like, hey, because I showed Leo this thing,
right?
And now he's got other people winning. It's like, I'm happy that I was able to do that for him. Go ahead, Leo.
100%. You know, someone I like, you know, and that's the thing is like, if Pat never told me about this, I think about this all the time because people come to me and they're like, we don't tell people to build the organization. People come to us in our organization and say, hey, I have somebody that I really want to show this to. Can you hop on a call with them? Can you show them what we're about?
Right.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That's how it works. And it's like, if Pat would have just said, I don't want to build this, you know, I'm just a trader, because that's what he did for a year. He just traded. You know, our trade house for the majority was just traders. They didn't build. They didn't tell people about this. And then it dawned on people. It's like, if that never happened, then none of the testimonials in our business would have happened. You know, none of these people, one of the people I like to talk about, my guy, Shepard. I walked into a car dealership, Subaru on 28th Street. You guys can go in, you can say what up to him if you'd like. You can go up, you can say what up to him. His name's Steven Shepard. I walked in there, I looked around, you know, I was standing in the middle of the sales floor, and all of a sudden this guy goes, hey man, you need any help? You know, how can I help you? You know, long story short, we were talking for a little bit. He's walking across the sales floor to check for the car that I was going in there to check out. And he turns around and he goes, hey, bro, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? And this was about 4 months into my journey of it, 4 to 5 months within this organization. And I'm like, dude, I'm actually going to school right now. I'm taking like 1 or 2 classes, just trying to finish up my associates. And been in and out of that, didn't really know if it was for me. I'm like, but I'm actually a part of the largest educational trading platform in the world. You know, we teach people how to day trade. I'm a day trader. And he's like, I knew you came in here for a reason. This guy, you know, he had been looking all over the internet trying to find people to learn how to trade from, because he's, you know, 6-figure car salesman.
Yeah.
He was tired of his job. He's like, I don't care how much money I'm making. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I don't have the time to spend with my kids. You know, I don't have the time to do the things I enjoy. I have a beautiful house on a farm. I just want to sit there and I just want to enjoy myself. I want to be able to go do the things I want to do. And, you know, I had Pat call him up. I ended up getting COVID. Pat called him up. He's like, yo, Steven, you know, Leo was telling me that you were interested in learning how to trade, man. I was wondering, he was also talking about a car that he was interested in, stuff like that. And Shepard goes, honestly, man, I'm going to be straight up with you. I am more interested in learning how to trade from you guys than I am about selling Leo that car. Now he's in this organization. And, you know, I'll just briefly, this guy is absolutely dominating these markets. You know, absolutely dominating these markets because he's putting the time forth. He's learning the skill set. You know, he's on the calls. And he came to me and he told me, he's like, you guys changed my life. He's like, I was looking for this. And now I have the opportunity, once I get this down, once I know what I'm doing in these markets, because he's like, the information's there. It's just a matter of me, you know, understanding it all. He's like, once I have that, I can go help out, you know, the people he grew up with who may not be in the most best of situations, his family who grew up, you know, maybe not in the most best of situations, whoever it may be. And that was like, yeah, that's exactly what me and Duffy are doing. You know, we're students still. I'm always going to be a student of trading. I'm not a master trader, but we have master traders. We have the 6, 7, 8-figure earners. I'm not teaching you how to trade. What I'm doing is I'm helping you navigate the platform. I'm helping you have a community surrounded around you. I'm helping you feel love within this organization, because that's how you're going to succeed. If you don't have the people around you, I'll say it a million times, if you don't have the people around you, then it's going to be that much harder for you to get to where you want to go. And that's the beautiful thing about this, bro, is you're going to have a community that'll show you how to trade, but they'll also keep you in it. They'll keep you going through the hard times and through the good ones, you know? So, but yeah, that's just one testimonial. I want to throw numbers out there, but I don't want to have it, you know, I don't want to have it affect our organization. So
totally understand. And wow, talk about alignment. Like, you guys are right on topic when you guys were talking about that with your boy Mac or Shepard, right?
Yep, Shepard.
That's crazy. That is crazy that you guys were just talking about manifestation, alignment, everything's connected, and that dude was like, I knew you were here for a reason.
Right. Not everybody watching this call is going to want to get involved with us, but there's going to be people who watch this call and they're going to be like, damn, this is what I needed.
You guys said some real stuff. You guys are very passionate about what you guys do. And not only are you passionate about what you guys do for your own self, you're passionate about the team around you. You're passionate about the community of building that program up. You guys are passionate about giving the opportunity to people that don't know anything, like myself learning all about this right now, or giving the opportunity to anyone that's watching this right now. If they're interested, they should definitely hit you guys up. I'll make sure I leave the link for all your guys' stuff in the description so people can easily click into it in the description and be able to get right into that situation for you guys. And I'll make sure I leave like the @ for you guys on Instagram or any of your social media platforms so they can hit you up too on that. So I just want to say, like, you guys are very stand up. Obviously, you guys bring great energy to what you guys do. Just by talking to me, I can tell that you guys have way more held in for when you guys are doing it like for real. So good stuff, guys. I'm happy you guys are doing what you guys love, being able to make money and be passionate about your guys' actual hobbies. That's awesome. And I'm sure everyone would wish they could be able to do something like that.
Thank you so much, bro. For real.
Drew, you can go, Duff. You can go.
Oh, I just said, hey, Drew, man, I so much appreciate you, bro, for having us on here, man, and you know, having us on here to speak about what we do, because quite frankly, you know, access to information changes situations. You know, and if you're not brought to the awareness of something like we were talking about with, you know, pieces of the world earlier, then you're not going to know that it exists. So we're just here to spread the word about what we do. If it's for you, amazing. If it's not, I'm glad you're able to listen in regardless. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Drew, for having us. And Leo, man, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you big time for having us on here. You know, this is something that we've been trying to let people hear, trying to have people really understand what it is we do and, you know, why we do it. So being on this right here, you know, being able to speak with, you know, someone as stand up as you as well, you know, that's helped us be able to be smooth with this and, you know, have just honestly a good conversation, a candid conversation.
Well, I appreciate that. That's nice of you guys to say. And you guys are more than welcome to come back at any point in time. I'm glad that we are able to get this podcast in with you. And I mean, this would have never happened, for one, if you never hit me up. So like, that's awesome that like you put the ball in my court, or actually you just kind of hit me up. And like, I kind of was like, let's talk about this in this setting. And this was something that like worked out well. And like, I'm sure not only myself learning a lot, everyone watching probably learned a ton too. So you guys are stand-up guys. Obviously, you guys are committed to what you guys do and the people around you. So, I mean, obviously, if you, like you said, Leo, if you don't have the right people around you, and I think you guys do, so you guys are going to be doing great. And who knows, a year come, 6 months, tomorrow, who knows?
Yep.
Amazing. Let's get it, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time.